to another week of Summer Tips from She. This week I'm with my wonderful friend Liz Romero, and she's going to be sharing something with us that I'm really excited about because it's something of hers that I love very much. You've probably heard me talk about this before or Facebook about it. So Liz, what are you going to be making today?
I'll be making salsa with tomatillos and fresh vegetables.
It's delicious. Liz Romero's salsa is one of my all-time favorites, and I've tried many, if not probably most of them that are out there. I don't make good salsa, but I can eat it. And if you make her salsa at home, I can guarantee it'll be a hit with your family and everyone who has it with you.
I generally use or like to use fresh tomatoes. That means from the garden. We have some growing now, they're green. But as soon as I get those, I will start using fresh only, and that goes for jalapenos, which these were bought from the store as well. And what else can I grow? I've grown onions as well, and cilantro I've grown as well too. But for today, I'm going to use what I have or what is available to me. First, what I like to do is, this is a tomatillo salsa, which is a little tomato that's usually wrapped in a husk that you peel and you can boil. But over the years, I've just made it easier on myself by using canned tomatillo, which is a salsa already. You can eat it that way. You can just open it and eat it, and it's great. This has more ingredients than tomatillo, but this has just become a shortcut for me, and I just like the tang it has. It gives the salsa. So what I do is, as corny as it might sound, I open up a can and I pour it in, and I like it very tangy, so I like to use 2 cans. Usually that's what I use. Or you can make it all fresh and buy tomatillos and boil them and put those in there and do the same thing. And then everything I use is raw. I used to boil stuff too, so this has just become very shortcut way of doing salsa. And everyone seems to eat it, so I'm assuming it's okay. And then I put in garlic, fresh garlic, and just put it in as much garlic as you like. I'll put in just probably a small clove of it. And then I just throw it in there. And like I said, I've usually grow my own, but this time we're using store-bought, so I don't know how hot these are. They always vary, but I kind of chop them a little bit and then just throw them in here. I smell them sometimes to see if they're hot. They don't really smell hot, so I'm just going to go ahead and risk it and do a big one, 2 big ones, and hopefully it's not too hot. So I just blend that very well. I don't like to get chunks of jalapeno or chunks of garlic, so I just pretty much puree it. So that takes a couple minutes just to make sure I don't get a lot of chunks. Okay, so that's, a couple minutes. I could have probably pureed it more. It still doesn't smell hot to me. Sometimes I add more jalapeno. Sometimes I taste it before people say I'm mad when I've made salsa. So I'm just going to go ahead and taste it. It's hot. So that'll be good. The next thing that people think I'm crazy about is I chop my tomato instead of just throw it in there. Because I don't like too pureed. I like it chunky. So it's really all up to you. If you put the whole thing in there, you might get too big of a chunk. So I just quickly chop it. And normally, like I said, I like to use fresh tomatoes. And if I'm really pressed for time, I don't even bother with any type of fresh tomato, even from the store. I just buy, canned tomato, which I have just in case I need more. This is a tomatillo salsa, so really it's going to be a little bit more green than red. So I think this tomato is going to work. Then I just gauge how much I think will be good. And I can already tell that this tomato is a little green in some ways. Might not be as flavorful sometimes as just putting in a can. Sometimes the canned tomatoes taste better than the store-bought fresh tomatoes because they have a tang in them, because they have citric acid in them, and it just gives better flavor than a store-bought tomato that wasn't ripe. And then I do the same with the onion. And my husband doesn't like too much onion, so I've always just been accustomed to not putting a lot of onion. In fact, this might be too much. But I do the same thing. I chop it. I don't just throw it in there because I don't want to have like big old chunks in my salsa that is going to overpower the taste. So I do the same thing. So that's probably more than enough onion. Depending on your taste, you can put more if you want. I know a lot of people don't like cilantro, so you either don't omit it or just put as much as you like. I like a lot. And of course, you wash all your vegetables before. In fact, that seems like more than enough cilantro. I might not put all of it in there yet, or at all. The last thing is salt. And I use more garlic in garlic salt. And I just pretty much put in what I think my family will enjoy. Everything's in there, so we just blend it. And incidentally, I use a Cuisinart. It's better than a blender. And I just pulse it. I like it chunky. I don't like it too, I'll eat it anyway. And that is all you do. Of course, you want to taste it, make sure it has enough salt. And I just grab a chip this time and make sure it tastes good. I put a lot of salt, but I think it's fine.
Well, thank you so much, Liz, for showing us how to make your famous salsa. And I told Liz that I have to taste test it, so I'm going to because I love this stuff.
It's very green today. It varies in color and it's very green today, but that's okay.
It's very delicious, too.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us for another week of Summer Tips from She. We hope that you too can make this wonderful salsa and bless your family and your friends with it. And thank you so much again, Liz, for doing this.
You're welcome.
I hope you guys have a wonderful week. God bless all of you.